Very important point. Uh, so father visited one day, minimum twice. It's far away. He's just going there and looking every time. And all of his effort given for these countries, for these companies. So these activities, father will spread all whole of the world. So activity in Europe is actually began in 1978. That time father was in London. And he shows many factories. He planned to buy the ITT, the estates. So in London, so father visited so many times. So I think more than the 20 times he visited these estates and so on. So father's plan that time, so he established there factories. So one part of the Tongil there, and established there, and then father wanted to establish also these concept in African countries or another developing country. So this is the founding point in Europe. Then father let me to investigate first time about the industry and economic situation, and especially machine tool, automobiles, and the main industry part in Europe, mainly in Germany. So that time I working in a university, so I working also the same part, a lot of same part. So that time we investigated about the German situation. For example, we have about 500 of the machine tool, famous machine tool, the factories in Germany. And among them, we must choose out just a few. So every part, among the machine tool, also the lathe and milling and grinding, many parts of this. So which company, which factories is for us, for the future, most important could be partner. So also father's label, most high class and most oldest tradition, and that is not easy to have a contact. And as you know, until the 1980, the economic situation in the industry countries is very prosperity, and they don't have any interest to cooperate with us or with any other countries. So they fear they don't want to give the know-how to any countries. So from the time 1980 and 81, so in these countries they have difficulties, and this know-how is not a special know-how. So first competitor coming from Japan. So Japan has begun in Europe, for example, especially in Germany. About 15, 20 years ago, especially, they developed also own the numerical control system in the 1950s. But many the German know-how, they take over the 1960s, end of the 1960s. That time, nobody in Germany also in the EEC, can support about these Japanese can conquer the European market. So now it is one of the biggest competitor in Europe is Japanese makers. So father, so you investigate in Germany, most famous factories and most the high technical companies. So we began with the talk with Pittler. Pittler, for example, is one of the well-known numerical control the lathe companies, and most belong to German bank. Was two others is a German bank, Dresdner Bank. That's actually belong to biggest bank. So we have tried to have a partnership about this country. That is a level. So I just want to say the father wants not beginning from the down, he wants beginning from top. And that is the very important point. So actually it's to buy such a factory or to acquisition. It's not buy is alone is very difficult if you want to get in such a big factory and so on. But that is actually is a beginning time. If you have such a famous factory, then you are able to manage this. If not, you lose your name on your basement. So that is an important decision. So Father gives you choose the best one, then Father will push us to lead these factories and so on. So Father's concept is this. There must be, for example, Far East Korea must be production country for whole over the world. And such the sales net, also the worldwide sales net, that is Halo. Halo, that is, so meaning it's the road or the highway to unified world through the business, through the machine tool, beginning with the machine business. So Halo established in 1981. So that time, Father was in Halo established in 1981. So that time, Father was in Germany, and all of the members from America, from Japan, that then come to Germany. So established first in Germany, then European important countries, then immediately America and Japan. So Japan, they have already, they have activities in Japan with another name, so they changed just the name. So Japan is this concern. They have many more advanced experiences with a Tongil machine. So Father considers the important point nowadays is not only the production. The important point is how we can sell. So we must organize our activities worldwide, how we can sell the machine. If you manage, you can sell the machine, then another the product is no problem. You can manage it easy way. Then Father wants to also establish the developing research and the developing company. That means not just a company to earn the money or make a profit. That is, these consisted from the most famous professors, and they should research and develop important know-hows nowadays, and should contribute not only for the one company, for the worldwide, for the public, for the whole world. That is Father's purpose. So we must begin it. So we gather the Europe, so research members. So we have first time about 8 members coming from Italy, France, and England, and Germany, and so many. So we have 8 languages there. First time was Coreano, Japanese, and so on. It's really difficult. So many languages, and we must research. So we have also very different kind of qualification in these members. So what we will do first time. So I get many projects or research work from the university, so they should do. So one member, for example, he has another background. He has a business background, German member. So he should work the one project, one book, he must finish it in 6 months. 6 months, he had so many headaches and sweat here every day. So he cannot formulate, such a book. He don't have any experiences. But he learned so much. What is the research and development and so on. So after this, we decided. So we concentrated the main industries. That is for us, machine tool industry and pharmaceutical industry for the Ilhwa and so on. So our activities is first, we're beginning to establish a cooperation between the Korea and Germany. So mainly business activity began 1981. So Father established the sale activities and so on. So sale, so Father goes to every country in Europe. So he chose all the sale members. So we have at that time about over the 100 members, 120 or 100 members. So in Germany we have about a little bit over the 20 members. So among them is German members is minorities. It's the most our strong part, majority is Japanese sisters. So that is his first history in the machine tool history. So just a woman in the machine tool, machine industry is very, very seldom, So, but now in Germany, and Japanese sisters, she has just a background, activities, fundraising, and base, marble base, and so on. So we're beginning to sell the machine. Therefore, Father said, the principle to sell the machine is we say not through our argument. We say through the heart. So easy to, heart, but the machine tool business is, we must really have a acknowledgement about technique and many things about machine. So, Germany, is especially they used to build a machine, not such a 3D machine, standard machine. They want to show there's the ability. So every machine is a difference. So this machine can solve such a problem and so on. So that means they have a very higher tradition about this area. So Father said Hanover is European famous World Fair. So this is the beginning point. And Hanover in Korean is first and meaning first do and show. That is our motto for the sailor movement in Europe. So first do and show. So Hanover Fair, so Tongil, just the Tongil machine, they can have one stand, small place. And our members is over the 250 members. So it must happen in a quick way. So we lent about 10 tents. And every night also Father personally, he gives also every night speeches and so on. So all the members, so we began with this machine business sail-on. So in Hanover, Father's concept is how we can make most trouble there. So sailor must be troublemaker there. So I must accompany Father in Düsseldorf, and the telephone coming. So we are all members, 25 members, and we have immediately we printed also the prospect. So English language and many German language and the French language and so on. And everyone must display this prospect and so on. So in area of the fair or the parking place, it is not permitted to advertising, to give any such memos or nothing else. But the Japanese sisters and so, they cannot speak, but they just bringing. So Father said, bringing the people to our stand. And then all the organizers of this fair is upset. Was a sailor, we don't heard about the sailor first time. And the Tongil machine is also first time in European market. And at that time it's a machine center. That is a very important thing. That is the first maker in Korea who send out who build the machine center and export to Germany. Germany, they're proud of their know-how to Germany. So that is a beginning point. So in Hanover, so every day, every hours have a lot of trouble with even if they are bringing a policeman and so on. So I personally, I must go there and apologize many times. So our members they can understand the language, therefore it happens and so. It's nothing clever. But the same person, I go there about 20 times. So they don't want to see, you liar, and so on. So our goal is how until the last moment, how we can keep this stand. They said, if you don't stop this action, so we will cut the electric. That is so. Our job is our one part of the members. They should go to organization office and just protect and then stay there all times. Therefore, they cannot go out. It's just a few people. Right? So they bring a policeman, and so then we go to police there and explain there. So they must spending the time there, not come to our stand. So last day, they cut it out the electric. 2 hours before the closing the all fair time. So then I wanted to share. Next time, it's no anymore. So that is the beginning time. So Father left, and then program beginning. So among the father there, so wow. So I just asking Father how we can do. So he gave the all answers. So after it's not there, then beginning. So we must solve all the problems and so on. So our activities is so small teams for our member sisters, most of sisters, and one driver, so European members. So they should begin in each member 30 factories or companies every day. So Japanese sisters, they visited there, they surprised Japanese woman, sell the machine. Oh, this is very interesting, must be very, very interesting. So most of the president of the companies also, they are not used to meet such people. So I met her. So he give a coffee or many things and express many things. And just a Japanese sister looking down and aso. Somehow after the 10 minutes, 15 minutes, so they understand somehow. They cannot, understand what's the situation. So until that time, we don't have any prospect for the German language. Machine tool. If we display this prospect, then all the technical data must clear. We cannot change and so on. So must clear. At that time, we don't have this. So they just have own picture. Own picture. Such also machine business. They say this is the first time. We can say now very freely, but they at that time so surprised. On the Japanese woman, they show their own pictures of our machine. This is our pictures. So it must be continuous. So every time we must have a new idea. So how we can contact this person or how we can continue. That is our everyday to solving the ideas. So we are beginning to make a small papers, the Japanese, so, birds and so on. These are, Oregon or such a method we done also. And they spend also many hours there. So they coming there and they was just to helping. For example, also home church. So same way. So main our purpose is this is not factory. We just coming to people. So how I can get in these people, important people who buy the machine, for example. There's key people. So every day they should go there and checking just. He come out and just as if these our members is just coming and passing and guten Tag or how do you do, and so just saying this to show them we are every time on the way. So such a way we have a first year and the second year. So we participate in all important fair in Europe. And we demonstrate also the Sailor, Tongil, Wanderer. And this time on, we have another problem. This is media. So they beginning on all the bad news all over the world, mainly from America and so on. And they make a new concept for the German society and so on. And bringing us so many difficulties. And every day, all the newspapers. So every newspaper, for example, in Germany, also near countries, they visited several times our companies. So they want to have every information what we are doing. So we have many trouble, also TV teams and so many things. But such a way, I just agree that I'm ready to interview with you. But one condition. After you are all finished your work, before you sending to the TV, you must show me before. So what you want to send. But they don't agree this. Therefore, we cannot have such a cooperation work. So they do their own way and just media business way. And make us so many headache. But so we are also bringing them to court case many times. But with the newspaper, bring a court case, no any result. So we give up about this, and then we must be active. So we make our prospect news. Yeah. So background of this media, since you know, this is one of the business way, and the background is also the communist activities. You know, the Germany is the most well-known country. Most the Eastern Bloc Russia spies is living, acting in Germany. So they see also our activities there, and that is a good news on the background, and they give all information to these medias too. And then that is the second year. So it takes a whole years, and still they're doing. But we also now trained about this work, so it's no problem now about the media and so on. Also, we invited the most German famous newspapermen to Korea and shown the Tongil and have opportunity to interview with the government circle and any circles. But they want just to have in everywhere. They come just ministries for economics and so on. They just want to have the news about the Unification Church. So ministries are upset on these ministries. And here you want to have just Unification Church activities, that is not a long place. So this is the second year. And the third year, we have a beginning trouble with the government. First, we're beginning with the local government. So you know, at that time still also the SPD, this is a social democratic parties. This is a very left side now. So our North Rhine-Westphalian, especially it is more the left and the neutral, and they beginning to persecute us. So these cost our building and all the sailor members is Muniz. So they try to investigate through the criminal way and then tax way and every way. And our document in these authorities is almost one room, so many, because all the medias, they reported just like in a few months, so they report again and so on. So then they bring it. So they see we coming, every fairs and so on. So they use the competitors, how to eliminate our activities in machine tool business circle. So they give also the information on the competitors especially. They make a bad thing about us. So with the government, we have a very first time, very bad position. And this beginning, we will at least end of the last year, we will kick out you from all these spaces in minimum in Germany and so on. And they beginning to investigate about the where come from the money. So they say it is from the father. And the leading members, so we will kick out these members. So then we beginning actually beginning of the last year. So this information I talked to the father is actually the middle of summer or autumn of last year. If I come to America, father's more biggest problem court case here. So this is our problem we must solve selves. So finally, end of the autumn time, so our situation is not so good. So we also hire the most famous lawyer in Germany. So he used about 20 years to protect the federal government, Germany. So he agreed to protect our companies. Because we say that this is a purpose for the international cooperation, for the prosperity for Germany, for example, also for Korea. So one of the very high German officials, he wanted to help us. But he said, we need the top of the German government. It's a direction they pushing us to pick it out. So the officials in the region of the authorities, they don't have any chance. They just must do finding such reasons to pick it out. So that time, so I go to Korea and explained about these problems. But I cannot explain that these are all the internal problems. Just for this cooperation for the two countries, we need from the Korean government, so somehow let up the appreciation or some such a kind of this. But first time they can understand this. We never do this. We just give usually every year one one honor or such a thing, such a letter for the foreign companies. We don't have any experience this. So, in meantime, very important Korean minister, foreign minister, former ministers, who has lead the last 15 years or 20 years in Korean economics. So he has a chance to hear our activities in Germany, and more he has a chance to see our factories there. Then after that, he changed the mind. So this is the really good thing to help. So we get it also in a German circle now, also in a Korean, in a high-ranking offices, in the background. But they wanted to help us because they know also, even if the different ideology now in Eastern Germany or West Germany, Eastern Germany, they use the German money. Instead, they sending the people to West Germany. Every day now, also, they come about 200 or 300 people to Germany. And instead, they gave money. So I argumented for also the federal government. Even if most of the Germany or Eastern Germany, Russia and so on, they use the German know-how, even German money, on what is wrong with our money. So they understand if they beginning really and such the government decide it will involve a big problem for the German economics. They must investigate all foreign companies where come from all the monies. So now the situation in a business school, so our members getting to learn in a evening they learn the hard about our machine, and in meantime, so our delays and so on, our quality is now very high, and we have a good also customers. So from this year, we sold already about over the 40 machines, and also the machine center, 5 machine centers. So actually, we are in now. So now, how we can also managing our new Wanderer machine. So Wanderer, this is one of the oldest German factory. So next year is 100-year-old. This Wanderer factory. It's a very old company. So this company is also last 2 years they have a lot of problems. So they have many problems from newspapers and so on. Also local, the politicians and so on, they make a trouble for these companies. Even if the workers in a factory, so they make a sabotage, they don't want to work, so we don't want to work for the owner. So it must come a decision. So I waited about the half years, so we cannot continue such a circumstance. So this is the background of the Wanderer workers is a union. So they know the union is strong against us. So we get all 300 people in Wanderer. And we begin to talk about this. I know the many parts of it also directly with the union part. They will argument all impossible things about us. So here argument, we are the company. So you can say what we have done, the worse thing than a former owner. So we bring investment and we sell our nets, our machine, and we will keep these companies and so on. And what is wrong with them? So finally we make a decision. They try to beginning church activity, media, and famous all newspaper bringing such a, if it's true, we cannot work on the many things and so on. Okay, but there is a newspaper. Our factory is the important thing is to keep this price, quality, and your attitude to work here or not. So most of them is they worked about 10 years or 30 years. It's many people there. So in the future, if you can ask all things from today, in the future you make any program about the unification church and so on, that in this case, we don't have any basement work together. In this case, you are not anymore here. So that is actually, I give the president this bundle many times. We must do this, to do this, to have the order for this company. But this president have a fear about this. Now all circle, political background, union, you have no chance also. But this responsibility, I decided that is a key point, we do or not. So this responsibility we take over. But you just also say this or must agree this. So I appeared there also too, and beginning to talk and have a decision. So actually, I have a fear about inside, but we have not any chance, and we begin to talk with the whole day. But finally, I can say these people, so we want to do this, and from tomorrow on, if you bring again problems in this factory, we can allow this. So from that time on, beginning the order in these factories. So no any. I feel that many people said, oh, then I give up, I go to another factory and so on. So also this is a fear of the also president, managers of the Vandana, but this is so we solved these problems. So that is the first step. But Vandana, in the meantime, we have the very economic difficult situation in the European market and America too. So very difficult to sell the machine. So that is also one reason. And they also many the customers or especially competitors, they influence the very important workers for technician our factory. So if you stay there a long time, then you don't have any chance in the future to develop, to come a better, famous factory and so on. So many of people want to go out. So we tried to give the explanation. So we lose that last year, also good people too. But actually also Bandara, we must reduce the people from the 300, our goal is 200, but we cannot reach all these members because the protest of the union. So to reduce the people is the most hardest program in such a circle. But we have done, so first step, and we can keep the order in this factory. And then we don't say, not anymore, reduce the people. So second time, we have done also for the people too. So now we have these members, and the good thing is from this year, so we can have a chance to hire again our former good people. 2 people want to work with us together. And this year we are beginning also the fair in Düsseldorf Meta, 1 week ago. So we have a first time full cooperation with the Bandara and the sailor member too. It's also a very hard program. Bandara, they're working there, but they said, please don't disturb. So our image is good, and if you bring in your such a bad image, then you lose the Bandara too. But we know this, also said the president. So our goal is to identify these, all our images, our contents worldwide. Therefore, we must cooperate full together. And that is the first confrontation, first time with a sailor and a Vandara. And now this we are in a success way, so we can full cooperate with the Vandara people too. So now the program is the main program coming. So how we can cooperate with the Tongil fully together. So many members we send to Tongil, so they just come back and make the claim or complain about the situation, many things, because they cannot talk freely with Tongil. So now the base is following. So also the Tongil and Vandara, the engineers, they now cooperate full together in a construction development, and now also beginning with a team, so also they establish or build the machine in Korea. So from this year, we can see our good basement So our also the mostly the Wanderer machine to build in Korea. So for these, this is the important thing. For the German workers, they used to work just 8 hours, no anymore. But now such a hard competition situation, just you work in a machine business just 8 hours, and so expensive in salaries, you cannot live anymore. For example, German situation, 40% we must pay for the social nets. Compare with that in America, it's about 29%, and Japan, 26. So Japan and Germany about 14%, 15%. We must pay more for the social needs. And such a circumstance. So now in a German circle, they want to work just 35 hours in a week. Union. 35 hours in a, for the machine industries. So we say also Germany, they know. Germany is the world champion. They want to have world champion of the vocation. So that is a very critical point for this actually. So how we can bring in these all the cooperation is not only the know-how or technical. Important point is the people. So these companies is 100 years old, but this factory has no any spirit, founding spirit, you know. So we must now beginning the work together with the sailor members, so they learn now each other. So if we want to keep this factory, then we must work on other conditions. These conditions impossible. So that means if we say I can work just these hours or these days, then we cannot work together. So we want to open our mind. So we must, if we need, we can work also whole days or weekend too. And our strong part is all the service work. It's 24 hours. Also the weekend too. And that is getting more the advantage point in this business. So this now the basement, but for the future, more bigger foundation. So father is going to get the more bigger activities in these industries. So important point is if we get in this moment, we must decide this. So we must, if we bringing this company not survive, or are we going together to die? So we cannot die. That is a final point. Even if sailor members, difficulties, if they have really difficulties, they give up. They give up. And even if outside people, companies, if they have difficulties, even if a company president, so we have last time their financial problems. So I cannot go without money to this to Germany. In this case, in a telephone, if you bring in no any money this time, so we must go to authorities on to close the door. So he has one thing that he has right as the company president. So so many debt, he must say that the authorities this. If not, he must have the difficulties in even if a jail zone. So in this case, I said, okay, I will be president in Vandero. In a bad situation, I am ready to do this. So still I am a president of Vandero too. So he has a guarantee, such a problem point I take over. So he should do just the business point. So that is the top manager. He gets about the money, $10,000 monthly. That is usually also the sales engineers, also monthly money of $4,000 or $5,000 and so on. But what they bring in is a little bit limited. So important is if we are doing, we cannot go back. That is the first beginning point and final point. So everything, if you get in more and more famous factories, that is an important point. If we lose one company, Wanderer, every society in a German circle, they know this. Owner is his father. But we don't say in a legal way, we don't say this, but they report it all. So everybody knows this. So this case is a very, very important point. So no any centimeter we cannot give up. So to keep it, if we beginning, then every worldwide knows this. And now they thought they have so many programs, so they can come this year to fair also. So we have a wonderful fair this time also. So many now customers, friends, and it's business beginning. Business beginning. It's very interesting now to do this. But first these 3 years, the father said also, you will have a difficult time. Therefore, you must pray and you must sell with a heart. You can see, if sell the machine with a heart is not easy. So now this bandera is about 300. So we have a good now the foundation with a bandera people, and now they are ready to go to Korea. Volunteer. The first time we said you go to Korea. It does not bring any result. So now just the volunteers, but best men. So we agreed to send it to Korea. And they are coming now. So now we want to be established there and fully cooperate there. It's beginning. It's a really a good feeling, you know. So, but that is even if the beginning time, father is almost many kilometers away. He waiting so long time when coming the biggest factories and so on. So we negotiate also long time, and they know this is not easy, and there's a hard partner. And we used also most famous lawyers and so on. They know what must be our basement. So they say the first time, such a big money, oh, they have money, so you pay. If okay, that's the beginning point. So now the basement is just 10% of what they say. That's our basement circle. So now in a machine business circle in Germany, so accusations or corporations, so federal government should investigate this background of this partner. Who is this? It's not Muniz or not. Because now a situation such as the machine tool business to take care or to take over, that is a big decision. Just for the 10 years or 50 years long-term way. And it is also very valuable to devote your whole life for these things. And if you're beginning, you must master these things. And that is the final point. My experience say, technical or management experiences is good. But for us, that is the second thing. First thing is your inside hard decision. If you get in, all the difficulties coming. And these you will do or not. And if you have just a few members, 2-3 members in this company, or sailor and wanderer, then you're feeling, okay, we can master this. So in this case, we can see also father needs, we are not a big group, but all small group, but every members in every part, if we show this, we will keep this with our life. So business is for us, not just earn the money. That is the first step of struggle. Bad, better. Then after coming, then it is really, we must identify our name and all things. If we are not ready to do this, it's rather better to not get in. Because we lose not only the money, we lose our image. That's an important point. If we get in, then we must have a success there.
Now, we